So today we will discuss a continuation rather from our previous topic, which is a linear equation. So today our main topic is we have to learn how to solve word problems involving linear equation in one variable. Well, pag sinabi po natin na linear equation in one variable, it is an equation that can be written in the standard form, which is ax plus b is equal to 0. Again, pag sinabi natin linear equation, it can be written into standard form as ax plus b is equal to 0, wherein x is a single variable and our a and b are the constant number. Again, pag sinabi natin a and b, these are the constant number while yung x natin is a single, okay? A single variable. All right? So, a variable, of course, is always raised to the power of 1. Ibig sabihin, pag makakita po tayo ng variable na x, meron po yan imaginary na exponent, which is 1. So, dito po natin siya makikita as exponent 1. So, these are the basic information about the linear equation in one variable. Now, in solving a word problem involving a linear equation in one variable, we have actually steps to follow. Para at least mag-guide tayo kung paano natin isolve yung problem na involve si linear equation. First, you have to read the problem and identify the unknown quantity. So, ibig sabihin, once you read the problem, you have to know kung ano yung mga unknown quantity. Then, choose a variable to represent this quantity. So, choose your variable to represent this quantity. It could be, pwede mo i-assign as x, pwede mo i-assign as y, a, b, or c. Okay? Then third, you have to formulate the equation for the variable to be determined. Okay? So, based from your solution or based from your variable, you have to create your own equation. Okay? And fourth, solve the equation using any of the method learned earlier. So, basically, you just have to uh, apply what certain method you've used. I mean, yeah, certain method na kailangan mo i-apply in order for you to solve the given equation. And last one is you have to check your answer just to make sure if your process are or is correct. Now, here in our example, we have a number problems. We will deal with number problems at the same time the age problem. Okay, so what's the purpose of studying this lesson? So real life situation can be often be represented using linear equations. So linear equations are widely used for solving a word problem. So the common application for this one is we have geometry problems, tracking population growth over time, calculating mileage rates, predicting profit, determining age, and solving number problems, among others. And the purpose of studying this lesson is to simplify solving words problem. So the equation are typically presented in words, so they are known as word problems. So using your knowledge, of course, of solving single variable equation, you have already practiced solving real world or real life problems. So let's proceed and try to solve this simple problem under number problem. Now, we have here number one, find two consecutive numbers or two consecutive whose sum is 29. So pag sinabi po natin na two consecutive integers, ibig sabihin, yung sunod-sunod na integers, it could be like 1, 2, 3, 12, 11, 12, 13, 14, so on. And once you add these two numbers, okay, once you add these two numbers, the result or the sum will be equal to 29. Okay? Now, in this case, let's try to apply the five steps. First, we're done reading the problem and we identify the unknown number or unknown quantity. So unknown quantity here are the two consecutive integers. So basically, the first uh, thing to do is we have to assign what are the unknown quantity. So um let's say x b, okay, be the first number, okay, and since it is consecutive integers or two consecutive integers, meaning nagsunod-sunod from the first number plus the second number. So basically, so you just have to add x plus 1 kasi yun yung magiging possible solution natin. And this will be our second number. Okay? Now, in this case, we already have our equation, which is we have x plus 1. So our equation here will be x, that is our first integer, plus the second integer, which is x plus 1, is equal to 29. Since we know that if we add these two numbers here, the x and x plus 1, the result will be 29. Okay, but first, we have to identify what is the value of x. Okay, so now in this case, we need to apply the addition property of equality, wherein you have to combine like terms first. Okay. Now, since we have x and x, so we can combine them. So x plus x, that will be 2x, then copy 1, then equal 29. Okay? Now, in this case, para ma-eliminate po natin si positive 1, we need to apply the property which is the ADE. Ang ibig sabihin, that is addition property of equality. Now, since yung number natin dito is positive 1, what will be the inverse number of positive 1? So the inverse number will be negative 1. Now, since we apply the addition property of equality, kung ano yung ginawa mo sa kabilang equation, yun din yung gawin mo sa kabilang equation. So, ibig sabihin, if nag-subtract tayo ng negative 1 dito, so of course, we have to subtract negative 1 as well dito sa kabila. So, this part, this is cancelled out. So, yung matira na lang na will be 2x, then equal 29 minus 1, that will be 28. Now, in this part, now, ang goal po natin is to identify the value of x. Okay? To identify the value of x. So, of course, we have to apply here the MPE, or just simply division property of equality. Ibig sabihin, We have to divide here by 2 para ma-cancel out po natin si 2. You also divide here by 2. So this is cancel out, cancel out. So x na lang matira. Bakit naka-cancel out? Kasi 2 divided by 2, that is equal to 1. Then you multiply by x. So ang matira na lang is x. Right? Then equal. So 28 divided by 2, so that is equal to 14. So our value of x here, that will be equal to 14. Now, ang goal po natin is to identify the two consecutive integers whose sum is 29. So if our first number here, checking, if our equation here, we have first integer, second integer, is equal to 29. So if our first integer is 14 plus this is also 14 plus 1 is equal to 29, then copy 14. We're now checking the problem. Okay? Plus 14 plus 1 that is equal to 15 is equal to 29. 14 plus 15 that is equal to 29 is equal to 29. So this means our solution here is correct. So basically, the first number, okay, the first number here that we have is equal, or the first integer is equal to what? Is equal to, remember, our first integer is equal to 14, while our second integer natin that is equal to 15. Okay? And that will be our solution for number 1. All right? Now, let's proceed. I hope that you still follow the process. Okay? Now, let's proceed with number 2. So, the question number 2 will be the difference between the two numbers is 72. And the larger number is 3 less than 6 times the smaller number. Now, ang problem is we have to identify the two number. But we have actually the scenario na binigay. Now, the first case is the difference between the two number is 72. When we say difference, that is a subtraction. Pag isubtract po daw natin yung two numbers, the result will be 72. Pero, yung condition po dito is the larger number is less than or 3 less than 6 times the smaller. So, ibig sabihin, we let x be the smaller number, and since dito sa solution natin, the larger number is 3 less than 6 times the smaller. This time, itong part na to is parang baliktad siya na pagkasulat. So, mauna si 6 times by the smaller number. So, since yung smaller number is x, so we have 6 multiplied to x less than to 3. Then, this will be considered as our larger number. Okay? So, in this part, we already have our equations. Ang equation po natin will be larger number minus a smaller number is equal to 72, which is that is the scenario. The difference between the two numbers is equal to 72. Now, let's try to substitute ano yung mga value ng larger number natin at saka yung smaller number. So, yung larger number natin will be 6x minus 3 minus yung smaller number natin that will be x. is equal to 72. Now this time, try to observe ano yung mga common uh, term. Ibig sabihin yung magkakapareho-pareho, yung same sila ng variable, yung number na walang variable. So let's say we have 6x and we also have negative x. Kasi negative times x, that would be negative x. So 6x minus x, that would be 5x. Then you just copy negative 3 is equal to 72. Again ha, saan galing si 5x? Just subtract 6x minus x. So we have 5x. Okay? Now this time, same but then you apply the APE. So that is addition property of equality. Now try to observe ano yung inverse number of negative 3. So since we have negative 3 here, para ma-cancel out po natin yan, so we have to add positive 3. This one also we have to add positive 3. So this is cancel out. So yung matira na lang is we have 5x. Copy, equal sign, then 72 plus 3, that is equal to 75. Now same pa din, para ma-identify natin yung value ng x, so you apply the MPE. Ibig sabihin, multiplication property of equality or division property of equality. So you divide both side by 5. Kung nag-divide po tayo ng 5 dito sa kabila, then i-divide po natin sa kabila. So this is cancel out, that is equal to 1. Then x na lang matira. Then 75 divided by 5, that is equal to 15. So this means yung 15 natin, that will be our smaller number. Now let's try to check using this one. So we have 6x minus 3 minus x is equal to 72. So 6 multiplied by 15 minus 3 minus 15 is equal to 72. Now, sir, saan galing si 15? That was the value of our x. We're now checking the process. Okay? 6 times 15, that is ilan? So 30. So 6 times 15, that is equal to 90. Okay? And negative 3 minus 15, so that is negative 18. By the way, pag pag makita mo na same sign like negative and negative, so what are you going to do is just add the number. Then if they have a different sign, meaning positive and negative, you subtract the number. Now this time, continue. 90 minus 18, that is equal to 72, and it is also equal to 72. So therefore, our solution is correct. Okay? And to check our problem, so our first number, or yeah, the first number will be 15, and the larger number will be, just substitute 6x times I know, here. So we have 6 times 15 minus 3. So we have already 90 kasi 6 times 15, that is 90. Then 90 minus 3. So the answer will be 87. So this will be 87. Okay. All right. So I hope that you still follow or naka-follow pa din sa process. Now, let's move on to number 3. So number 3 will be the same problem with number 1. So In this part, we need to identify the three consecutive integers whose number is 87 or whose sum is 87. So basically, three consecutive integers na pag i-add po natin, yung result is 87. So pag sinabi natin consecutive, sunod, sunod. Okay? So first, we know that the first number, x is the first number. And since this is consecutive, so just follow second number. Then x plus 2, that will be our third number. Okay. Now, if you check with our solution or our equation, we can now create our equation na, yung equation natin na x, i-add pa daw natin kay x plus 1 plus x plus 2, and that is equal to 87. And that will be our equation in this problem. Now, remember that in this case, the first thing that you have to apply is the combining like terms. Ibig sabihin, ano yung mga same term, magkakapareho-parehong value. So since you observed na meron tayong tatlong x dyan, so pag i-add po natin yan, 3 x plus x, that will be 3x, right? Then if we have 1 plus 2, that is equal to 3. Then copy 87. Now remember also na yung goal po natin dito is to identify the value of x. So basically, we have to eliminate the positive 3. So same pa din, you apply the APE. So if we have positive 3, what will be the inverse number of positive 3? That is negative 3. So you have to add negative 3 here, then add also negative 3 sa kabila. So ito ay maging cancel out. So 3x na lang matira is equal to 87 minus 3. So that will be equal to 84. Okay. Now in this part, uh, apply again the MPE. Okay. You divide both sides by 3. Then you cancel out. X na lang matira. So 84 divided by 3, that will be equal to 28. So yung x natin or the first number natin dito will be 28. Okay? So basically, yung x natin dito na part is equal to 28. Now, if ang x is equal to 28 plus 1, so the second number will be 29. Tama? Then 29, or yung x natin is 28 plus 2. So 29 plus 2, that will be, I know, 28 plus 2, that will be 30. Now, tinatawag siyang 3 consecutive integers kasi nagkasunod-sunod. So 28, 29, and 30. Now, if you check na pag i-add po daw natin itong tatlo, that is equal to 87. So let's try. So we have 28 plus 29 plus 30, that is equal to 87, right? Now let's try. So 28, if you have your calculator with you, you can check. So 28 plus 29 plus 30, so that is equal to 87. So again, our solution is also correct. And that's how you're going to solve the given problem. First, you identify what is the unknown quantity. You assigned the variable. for the given unknown quantity, you formulate your equation, then solve the problem. Yun lang, yung apat na process. Okay? Now, let's try another example, which is yung number 4. Na same pa din. Find the three consecutive odd numbers or odd integers. Pag sinabi nating odd, ano ibig sabihin niya? Mhm. Those are a number na including na si 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Those are odd numbers. Okay? While ang even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yun yung mga even numbers. Okay, now let's go back to the question. Find the three consecutive odd integers such that 3 times the second minus the third is 21, more than the first. Ano ibig sabihin yan? 3 times the second, okay? 3 times the second minus the third, it's 21, more than the first. Okay, so later, isa-isahin po natin. First, you have to identify ano yung three consecutive odd numbers. Okay, so we have let x be the first odd numbers. Okay, and we have also x plus 2 will be the second odd numbers. Bakit po inad po natin siya ng 2? Kasi remember, kung ang x is 1, so plus 2, so the result is the same, odd numbers. Nakuha or nagets? Okay? And another one, if ang x is 1, let's assume ha, if x is 1, pag i-add po natin sa ikatlong odd numbers, which is x plus 4, what will be the result? That is equal to 5, right? So this is our third odd number. All right. Now, since we already have our assigned variable, now let's create an equation based from this scenario. Okay. Our equation. So yung equation natin start here. 3 times the second. Ano yung second integer na second odd number natin, that is x plus 2. So ibig sabihin, we have 3, i-multiply down natin sa second integers, which is x plus 2, minus, meaning you have to subtract, minus the third, minus the third, okay, which is yung third natin, that is equal to x plus 4, is the term is refers to equal sign. Okay? Pag makakita po kayo ng S sa word or sa word problem, it refers to equal sign. So is 21 more than the first? Remember in this part, dapat mauna ang equation bago si 21. So parang baliktad yung pagkasulat. So 21 more than the first. So ang first natin, that is x. So when you say more than, that is adding a number. So that is x plus 21. Okay, so this time, let's try. 3 times the second odd number, which is x plus 2, minus the third, which is x plus 4, is 21 more than x. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng ikalawang statement. Now let's try to solve the problem. Now, same thing, you have to combine like terms. Ano yung mga common term natin? So first, you have to distribute this one here. So we have 3 times x, 3 times 2. Okay? So 3 times x, that is equal to 3x. 3 times 2, that is equal to 6. You subtract negative x plus 4, copy x plus 21. Okay? Then, dito na part, anong gawin natin? You have to combine like terms. Ano yung mga common term? Okay. So, we have 3x at saka negative x. So, 3x minus x, that is equal to 2x. Then 6 plus 4, that it is equal to 10, equals to x plus 21. Now, remember, ang goal po natin is makuha yung value ng, okay, I'm sorry. I think I made a mistake here. By the way, dito na part, since you subtract this one, so magiging negative x yan at saka si negative 4. Bakit? We have to distribute this one si negative kay x, negative kay 4. Kasi yung si negative, meron po yung imaginary na 1. So you have to multiply. Kasi iba yung operation ng negative, iba din yung operation ng x plus 4. Okay, that's why we have negative x and negative 4. So this part, kailangan na natin is combine. So we have 2x, then 6 plus 4, that is positive 2 is equal to x plus 21. Now, in this case, ang goal po natin is to get the value of x. So you just apply the APE, okay? Addition property of equality. So kung gusto natin tanggalin si x dito, since positive x man siya, so you have to add negative x. Do the same here, negative x. Now, since we have positive 2 here, so we have to subtract negative 2. Here also is negative 2. Okay? So this one is cancelled out. This one is cancelled out. Then 2x minus x, that will be x, of course. Then 21 minus 2, that is equal to 19. So therefore, yung solution natin, yung first odd number natin, that would be equal to 19. Now, if ang x natin is equal to 19, then 19 plus 2, if makita nyo yung cursor ko, 19 plus 2, that is equal to 21. Okay? 19, 8, 20, and 21. So if we have 19 plus 4, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So that is 23. So this means if you check the scenario, we have three consecutive odd numbers. If you check here, 19, 21, and 23 are odd numbers. So this means ang solution natin is correct. Kasi pag i-add po natin si 19 plus 21 plus 23, that is equal to what? Dito na part. So 19 plus 21, dito na part. So 19 plus 21, that is equal to 40. That's correct. So that is equal to 40. So basically, kung i-add po daw natin itong tatlong odd numbers, that is equal to 40. So 19 plus 21, that is 40. Tama? Then, mm, I know. you you have to uh follow the formula. So we have 3x plus 9, so that is equal to 319 plus 2 minus 19 plus 4 is equal to 40. Kasi 19 plus 21, that is 40. So we have 3. You add first yung nasa loob ng parenthesis natin, that is equal to 21 minus yung number na nasa loob ng parenthesis. You add first. So that is equal to 23, then equal to 40. So 3 times 21, that is equal to 63, while minus 23, that is equal to 40. So 63 minus 23, that is equal to 40. So this means ang solution natin is correct, which is equal to 40. Okay? I hope that you understand well about how to formulate or how to solve the given uh, problem. All right? Okay. Now, since we don't have enough time, I think that's all for this problem, which is the number problem. So, by tomorrow, or in during our time, we will be having our or we will have our uh quiz, okay? And you have to prepare, study well about this topic, okay? All right? So thank you so much for today. Goodbye everyone and take care. Thank you.